credit providers, especially because these platforms are online, and we are told just reply with one if you agree with the terms and conditions, and then only for you to go the terms and conditions and realize that the interest rates on these loans are really high. So that becomes very, very crucial. B, the Financial Conduct Authority could grant license to digital lenders only if they include the borrower's ability to repay in their credit assessment algorithms. Because again, these digital lenders are behaving like Shylocks, where they don't measure the ability to pay. They just loan it to you, and again, by the time they just give you a loan that they know you are not able to pay, and then they benefit now from coming to send auctioneers to you and then make your life miserable and all that. And then lenders include indicators of repayment capacity. So where now they'll have to you'll have to demonstrate that you have the ability to pay, as I mentioned. D, the Financial Conduct Authority should revoke the license of a digital lender if their non-performing loans exceed a certain percentage of the total loan portfolio. And then lastly, the Financial Conduct Authority should explicitly require licensed digital lenders to cross-check individuals' loan performance and other lenders before granting additional credit to prevent loan stacking. Again, I thought I should mention that was very, very crucial. Is there a contribution from another member? If not, then Honorable had discussed and proposed that this be adopted as a committee bill. Do you have a seconder for the same? Sipioyula?
I second, Chair.
Please be on record.
I second the proposal, as this is, to me, is very important. It's going to bring out a lot of issues that were hidden, particularly by these lenders. So if they are regulated, the borrowers will be probably on a safer side than before.
Yeah, just remember, I think this is a very good bill, not only for the digital lenders, but also for the mainstream bankers. Because, you remember if you go to get a loan, you are given a booklet with very small underwriting. Very small things you cannot even read. I mean, the thing is like 20 pages, but really if you put with a font of 5, if you put a font of 10, it's like 50 pages. I mean, you cannot read it. So you end up signing because actually you need the money, but what you have signed really you don't know the consequences of what you are signed. So I think it's very important we tighten this kind of thing, and the chair actually we should even propose some penalties on this, so that at least if somebody really makes somebody to sign, because see, when you are going to get a loan, you are actually under distress somehow, and somebody should not bring you load that distress to your future distress. So I think to me this is a very good bill, and really we should look at it, and we need to improve where we fail. We need to improve it so that we can tighten some of these things. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable One. And then you also realized we are also saying that it should also provide strict data protection measures, because again, these apps sometimes send you messages. You wonder where they got your data from. And I think in line with what we recently passed, the data protection bill, then we need to have them aligned to this.
Yeah. You see, somebody will borrow from a platform, and then is asked for a garanda or a reference. Then he sends you a name on a serious note because he has your number and he knows that you are a member of parliament. So you get a message, so and so, somebody actually you don't even know. So we should have a provision whereby if I have to guarantee somebody, my consent on this should actually be requested or asked, so that at least I can also send a message saying that I know this person. Yes.
Thank you. All those are very, very valid points. But I think at some point we may also need to look at protection of loanees when they're not able to pay back their debts. I found this interesting. Um, if you check, I was going through some um, legislation at the Library of Congress, and actually found out they have a law that protects borrowers, so that when you borrow, because I think all the laws that we have protect the institution. So you borrowed a loan from the bank, then the bank comes now to claim back their loan. But who protects you on what they can do or how they address you or what they do to you? I think there's also a legislation gap there. The protection of borrowers, especially when they're not able to pay. Because now we have, at what point do they come and take? Because what banks are doing, in fact, a friend of mine asked me this question over the weekend and found it very, very interesting. The central bank changed their regulations, and I think we need to ask central bank when they come tomorrow about around the time that banks realize their non-performing loans in their P&L. So if when you're not able, if you I think go for 3 or 4 months without repaying, the banks now are allowed to write off your loan in their books and recognize it in their profit and loss account. So what that means is that they reduce first of all their corporation tax, because now they are writing off this loss. And now he's a practitioner in the bank. He was telling me that banks are nowadays very quick to write off the loan so that they can write off their loans, because also that's affect their equations. But now after they write off the loan, but no, you're still